What has been your earliest recollection of happiness?
I think it always comes back to like the fact that I'm from a big family, and I don't think most people can say that they had a childhood where they had multiple siblings and parents that made you feel like you were your own person. But like, I mean, I love my family. I love growing up. I love the fact that I have 6 siblings and I have parents that are still together. And like, did we have everything we wanted growing up? No, but like having each other was always the best. In what ways do our differences complement each other?
So I think that I actually think that we balance each other out, because like there's so many times when I would think like when we were working together, or it's like I think we're different enough but like in the same enough. Does that make sense?
You're like a go with the flow. Like, it's okay, stop stressing. And I'm like, no, it has to get done now. My type A personality.
Well, okay, but see, I can be type A. That's okay. The difference is because I can be type A, but because you were type and are type A, it makes my type A calm down. That is exactly it. I can be type A. If I'm not around a type A, I am then the type A. So it's just, I guess the difference is that I can flow in and out of it. And you're like, no, I'm a constant.
I am steady type A.
So I think that ends up working out. So this isn't a question, but we're talking about like the type A and all that. Anyway, I remember when I knew that I was your friend, that you're like, Priscilla's my friend, when it was my last day and I was leaving. You got me a gift. Do you remember this? You got me a necklace, and you wanted a hug. You wanted a hug. And I was like, oh my gosh, Lillian freaking likes me.
She wants a hug and she doesn't hug anybody.
What's been the best compliment a stranger has ever given you?
Oh, God. I struggle with thinking I'm pretty at times. Like, just overall. And when, like, just a random person comes up and they're like, your makeup's really pretty, your hair's pretty, you know, you look like really... Those are kind of reassuring, for lack of a better word. It's like, okay, so maybe people do find me pretty, and yeah, I think that's maybe it.
Yeah.
What about me is hardest for you to understand?
I don't think there's anything hard about you to understand. Do you have a characteristic that I envy in people that I don't understand, because I can't do it? I don't give a what you think about me. I need that. I know, like, obviously, you know, we all have insecurities, but you are like a force of nature. And so you come in and you're like, I mean, this is who I am. I am immovable. And so it's not that it's hard for me to understand it, because I admire it. Maybe it is hard for me to understand, but I admire it. What do you want to make more time for? What is getting in the way of that?
I think, like, just build it. I need to, like, put more time aside and focus on, like, the relationships that I have. At times I feel like, well, I'm not being a good friend to this person because of X, Y, and Z, or I can text that person later. But then it's like, at other times it's like, well, why don't I have any friends? It's like, well, because I'm not putting anything into it. Like, it's a two-way street, and I feel like like right now in this season of life, it's not only do I work and I kind of have a demanding, stressful job, but I'm back in school, and I know, like, school's gonna push me forward in my career, but at the same time it's like, is it worth neglecting this other area that I already don't put enough time into?
Do I remind you of anyone?
Yeah, we have this family friend, and we've always called her Aunt Joyce, and she just always has this big personality, always makes you feel welcome, like, makes you feel like you're validated with everything, and, like, you know, you're never judged.
Lillian.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, every time I'm with you, I'm like, gosh, you remind me so much of my Aunt Joyce, and always, like, down for something fun, because
I was thinking about how long we've known each other, and it's been 9 years, because I just did the math, like, yesterday. Yeah. But, and I think I don't know if I've told you this before or not, I never noticed our age difference.
Oh, yeah. Because aren't you, like, you're like 6 years older than me?
No, I'm 12 years older than you.